So I decided to do this video to get on my little soapbox and to just express my argument about why I believe real estate investing is one of the few most predictable options that most of us have if we want to have long-term success and sustainability. Now, again, this is a little soapbox for me, so I want to break this down and make it make sense to you. First of all, the reason why I believe real estate investing is that predictable because it's backed by a hard asset. So for example, if you have an active job or if you are an active 1099, independent contractor, self-employed, solopreneur, or if you have an active business, you run your company. Well, on a job, you make a salary, you get paid by the hour. As a 1099 contractor, someone who's in the middle, you get paid as you go. As a business owner, you may have some level of systems and processes in place where there's some automation, you got some level of predictability. But guess what? At some point, if any of those things are compromised, whether it's your job, whether it's your clients and customers as a contractor or your clients and customers in your business, or it goes left, the predictability either disappears or it lowers. Now, over here with real estate, it's very predictable, way more predictable than these other options because, number one, you have the real estate that's backing it. It's a hard asset. So if I put my money in the right hard asset, whether it's residential or commercial, then that asset is going to appreciate over time, right? If it produces cash flow, then that's money that's coming to me that my money is making because that hard asset is kicking money out where I don't have to work as hard for that new money. And if I'm not an active investor, if I'm just a passive investor, it's even better for me because now I could just work over here, make active income, put it over here, make passive income if I'm not an active investor. And the predictability is not just coming from my ability to put money over here, but the predictability is coming from the hard asset that is going to keep pushing money out in the form of cash flow. It keeps appreciating. It keeps giving me tax advantages. It gives me all of these other leverage points because of the type of vehicle it is. Now, that's my argument. And again, this is my little soapbox. So I don't know. You might not feel the same about the predictability of real estate. Now, with that being said, here's the other part of this soapbox argument that I want to have. I think as a 20 plus year veteran, full-time entrepreneur, that the landscape of entrepreneurship is changing for the better for some and for the worse for most. It's just the truth. Like, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years, and it just seems like the way entrepreneurship is today that you would think it's easier, but it's not easier. Of course, it's because we have more access to the world. There's more competition. One book that I read called The Blue Ocean Strategy, it talks about how if you're not a blue ocean business, then that means you're in the red ocean. The blue ocean is an ocean that's clear, it's clean, it's not a whole lot going on. A red ocean, it's bloody, sharks are eating, and that's the way entrepreneurship is today, at least from my perspective. That's one of the reasons why I'm really urging a lot of the people in my community that I coach, that I consult and mentor. I'm urging them to find vehicles that are more predictable, like real estate investing, whether they want to be active investors or passive investors. I think it's time for a pivot, and I think it's time for us to rework how we do what we do as entrepreneurs. Whether we are selling products, providing services, it really doesn't matter. It's just not the same as it was, especially in this post-COVID world. And I see more and more entrepreneurs, they're either going bankrupt or they're going bankrupt and they're going back to the workforce. And it's harder for them to go back to the workforce in some instances because they may have been away from the workforce for so long, they don't have the necessary skill sets as people who are still in the workforce and who remained in the workforce have. So just give me your opinion. Give me what your take is. Now, I talked about two different things on my soapbox. I talked about the predictability of real estate investing, in which you should consider being in real estate investing, whether it's passive investing or active investing. And I also soapboxed the current landscape of entrepreneurship in 2024. And I think within the next 3 to 5 years, the landscape of entrepreneurship is going to change and morph even more, and it's going to make it more and more difficult for a lot of solopreneurs and independent contractors and even small business owners to do what they've done up to this point. So we need a hard pivot into new vehicles. We probably need to do more collaboration. We most likely have to be in communities where we can bounce new ideas off of people and get the support and the help that we need. And I also think we have to elevate our game when it comes to being creative. No longer can we work jobs in the box, be self-employed or independent contractors in the box, and we definitely can't be legitimate small business owners living in the box. We got to break out of the box. We got to make a hard pivot into new ways of doing things, and one of those new ways needs to be predictable vehicles like real estate investing. Of course, if there's anything we can do to help you in that journey, I'm on that journey. My team is on that journey. There are a lot of people in my community that's on that journey because I'm showing people. I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, but I know it's like a hamster wheel for me as a consultant and coach that I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be on this hamster wheel for the next 20 years. I've already done 20 years grinding it out, scrapping it out. And I know personally that I've wasted a whole lot of time, not on people, but I just wasted a whole lot of time doing what I do as an entrepreneur, grinding and scrapping and not being more intentional on pivoting into predictable vehicles like real estate investing. Just my take, just my opinion. I'm soapboxing out. I'll see you on the other side.